It has been more than 72 hours. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu removed tariffs and related taxes on food, pharmaceutical products, and agricultural inputs so as to reduce current hardship faced by Nigerians. But as at the time of filing this report, Seabed and Broadcast Communication TV was yet to confirm authoritatively from the Nigerian Customs Service if they have started the implementation. However, in this interview, the Apapa chapter chairman of Patriot Anti-Corruption Initiative, T-PACI, for the AK Okogwe, applauded the federal government for taking the bold step as at this time and despite the ongoing protests.
My name is Comrade Eke Okogwe, the chairman Patriot Anti-Corruption Apapa. I must recommend President Tinubu for that. The issue why rice is actually on the high side in Nigeria, apart from dollar exchange, is because at the time rice became a contraband. And when something is a contraband, it's very difficult to bring in. So when you look at it, you realize that most people smuggle rice in, and at the expense of smuggling in, they spend more. And at the end of the day, as a businessman, they would like to put some other of their distance and their game. I think that is the more reason why rice is on the high side. But with this new development, I feel that since we now have the power to import and the rice is zero duty, when the new controller came into Apapa, he called for stakeholders meeting. And when we gathered as the stakeholders, he asked one of the reasons trade is being delayed in the port, Apapa port, which about the area he should focus on in order to facilitate trade in the port, which I personally, I stood up, I told him to look deeply on what is going on in the gate. Though that day he said he would do something, but my people are still coming to tell me that the things are not really going on well as projected by the controller, that he will look into it. You know the issue of someone positioning his container for examination. After examination, the report will be done on the container. After, the container will be released, stamped by the DC of the terminal. Coming to gate, the OC gate will tell you that you should go, that he's going to having a review of what custom has done. Does it mean custom doesn't trust each other? I wonder how after the whole thing, the OC gate will be referring you for DM. I don't think it's proper. This is one of the reasons why trades are being delayed. There are many things the government should look at.
Speaking on the current level of corruption across the Nigerian port, he said his association will not relent in the fight against corruption.
When you talk about corruption, corruption is one of the things that is that is making the price of commodities to go high. And the whole thing starts from the port. So I don't know how we are going to do it, because the way it is this period, I don't think we are going to pity anybody. Any person we catch, any corrupt individual we catch in the port, we are not going to spare that person. So what I'm calling now, in order to fasten and facilitate trade more in Apapa, I feel that the issue of gates should be looked into. I've said it severally. I've written a personal letter to controller directly telling him, this thing you told me that you are going to look into, we've not seen change.
Stakeholders are calling on the relevant government agencies to intervene on the accumulated demurrage caused by the terminal operators and shipping companies.
That is the problem we are talking about. That is the major problem we are talking about. At the end of the day, the shipping company will mandate the agent to pay. You know why I keep saying it? You know, most time when you are doing something, you feel maybe you are doing the agent or you are doing the importer. We are doing the masses. Because when you deliberately delay somebody, either dropping of his container or putting alert on that job, which at the end of the day you will still release, after doing that, the agent is going to consult the importer. Everybody wants his container, the importer will pay. But he will go and add all those things. The Nigerian masses will pay. These are the area we are not looking at. The cost of goods is expensive. The cost of goods is expensive. This is part of the contribution. Yes, one can say the price of fuel is part of it. Fine. But somebody that is selling garri, if he can't be able to buy something else, he will carry garri price and put on a high side so that he can be able to meet up to the level that Nigeria is as of today I'm speaking to you. So Nigerian government need to look deeply into this corruption that is going on in the port, because he's contributing 100% in what is going on wrong in Nigeria today. They may not say 100, he's contributing 80%. Because in the port now, like the issue of rice now, watch how the price of rice will go down. Watch how the price of rice will go down. But other things, you carry price, put high, the duty, you must pay this, you must pay benchmark 13 million. When you are doing benchmark this one, do you think you are doing, okay, you are raising money for the federal government, but at the end of the day, the masses are paying, they are suffering.
In order to boost ease of doing business,
APMT will tell you we are scanning. How many scanners do we have there? How many containers can they scan? These are the things that is delaying facilitation of trade. You understand what I'm saying? There are many things we should look at. We are not looking. We are diverting attention to other things. Okay, let me tell you about export. One woman came to my office here. She cried. She's into exporting. She told me after doing and packaging his goods that is going for exporting, they delayed the container in the port, and at the end of the day, most of the things perished. Are we going to continue this way? We need to encourage people to start exporting. There are so many things we need to cut. Lecture people on how to export, so that many people can come into the exporting industry. We won't keep on saying we want exporting, we want people to, and we are not putting things in place to lecture people on how they can start the exportation in order to grow our economy.
Some Nigerians are very optimistic that the suspension of taxes on imported foods, pharmaceutical products will reduce the prices of food. Joy Inamna, Seabed TV.